Never have Brett and I had camps with such back-to-back small powerhouse athletes. Guys whose rotation gave them unreal power potential. Their rotational power proved that size does not matter. We worked on a specific swing flaw for each of these athletes, each who had a tremendous amount of rotation, and the results at the end were startling. Jorge, you had two main flaws. One is there's not a smooth glide into weight transfer into the front foot. You kind of lift your foot up, you come down, the front shoulder comes down, and then you have to kind of loop the swing a little bit, and you actually never get her up on plane. You come up, your front shoulder comes down, and really what's a fairly decent snap doesn't follow the rotation well. You don't get a good weight transfer, and we had to really work on fixing that. You can see you're hitting it off the taper, off the handle. So using the bat on the hip drill, look at the glide, better rotation, get a counter rotation on that opening stride. Made a big difference on getting her here in the right position. Now they get an over snap. We didn't want to golf, wanted to get an over snap and a one-hand finish, so we flipped the bat over. Now working on the lag turn, you can see, look at yourself look down. Part of the problem with you swinging down is you're coming down so aggressively, maybe to get some more linear power into that rotation, your head goes down. So we worked with the swing simulator to try to get you up, and this looked really good. Look at how your rotation, at the end, instead of diving down on your rotation, finishes hard, and that over snap or that side snap is at a nice, steady plane with the bat whipping over. Here on the ball and the rope, just a tremendous way to improve this. Look at how you're looking down all the time, though. When you look at this, you want to look up. Watch how that forces your swing in a good swing, just to be too much of a down plane. The body angle and the rotation are good, but the plane is too much down. So once you look at the ball, the corner of your eye. Here you look at the corner of your eye, you keep your head posture better, good glide forward, good rotation, and the snap drives the ball on the rope. Just a really nice way to hit. When we progressed down through the other drills and finally the tee, it was just spectacular. This is just an absolutely beautiful swing. And it's, look at how there's a great rotation, great snap, great body angle. Watch Brian Wegman, he goes down and then he converts that to rotation. One of the best in the world. You go down, convert it to rotation, just like Wegman. That's a great guy to be compared to. And Wegman's snap right there is within the rotation, good body angle. Your snap looks very similar. Just a fabulous job, and it proved once you start live hitting. Look at that, enjoy that one. That's a long fly ball, man. Wow. Hey, that's about 370 feet. What's the difference? Tell the camera what you do there.
I did a long stride, kept my angle slightly up, and just a snap. Worked out.
I haven't seen any man your size hit a ball that far.
That's about as long as I've seen a small guy hit a ball. Hey, where's your body angle go? Head and down. You gotta drive it up.
Nice hit, nice.
91. One thing Jorge people can do is they can watch the show. It's free on YouTube. You can access it off our site, and that's where you got your start, right?
Exactly, yeah. I started watching the show this year, at the beginning of the year. I fixed a few things on my swing. I see some improvement, and I couldn't wait to the end of the year to do the 2-day camp.
What was the main episodes that helped you out?
The stride and the snap. Stride and snap, yep.
Now on to Darrrell. I'll tell you what, Darrrell, for a 65-year-old guy, your rotation, especially a smaller guy, is absolutely explosive, but your snap and your plane of the snap is way off. You start to come here and you just drag up over the top. You're early. You don't have a pronounced wrist snap, and that's something that even though you have the great rotation, there's no cutting through a part of the ball. You ride over the top of it. I know you said in tournaments you hit a lot of top spin line drives, but you wanted more power, wanted to be able to get a more precise slice. So we continue to work on the rotation, the body angle here. We threw it up in the air to get the body angle good, and then to make you understand that the swing plane is different than the body angle, we had you throw the frisbee much more level. To understand there's two different planes. Also work on a lower plane of the swing. We used the slam ball, threw that into the fence to get it down. Now look at the perfect snap here. Watch how your wrists don't flex sharp. They almost stop and you end up just dragging it. Look at that. You should have a more pronounced snap. Your snap actually stops before you get to a full snap. Right here, see your wrists? They're still hanging back. It was something that we had to work on, had to really emphasize to you, because that was really the only thing I could see you Now look at Jorge here. You can see how he snaps all the way through, but your snap again was not as clean. Once we went to the bracelet drill, you can see they did a really nice job of driving it there, and then the evil ball on the rope towards the end here. Watch the snap. Much more pronounced, much better, and certainly the hips, wrist, and shoulders are all going to snap together in one instance. Just a absolutely great job of getting that down. Good shot. Look at that. Right center field, or left center field. All right.
88. 64.
Do that and stop us. Do your butt and stop. Do your butt and stop. You're ended up on that ball there. Your rotation is good. You end up right like that. Did you feel that? You kind of dragged in here. You need to, as soon as your hips start to rotate, snap. You know, you don't feel the snap, do you? No. So I mean, you might not get it right today, but that snap, that's what you got to do. As soon as your hips go, boom, snap. Think more snap. You want to drive it with that snap. Not drag it, but snap it and drive it.
77.
Look at that. Hey,
I felt the rest that time.
that's right on the sweet spot, just under it, and the ball carried out. Now that you're getting the margin of error where you miss hit the bottom too thin. Look at that.
86.
Hey, that's a good one to quit on. That's about 380 feet.
Look at that.
How far? Hey, stand up in front here. Get in front here. Talk to the camera. What'd you feel on that one that time?
I felt the snap that time. Then
More of the wrist snap.
more of the wrist snap roll in.
Earlier on, your hips and your shoulders were snapping, but not the
Right,
wrist.
the wrist wouldn't. I felt the wrist that
Phenomenal. It worked out, but briefly, what made the biggest difference for you?
The biggest difference for me is snapping the wrist.
You were late with it early?
Late. I was late. Yes.
Yeah, awesome. There's a few thoughts on the Larry Carters. You hit that ball for a smaller guy, Darrrell, about 380 feet with Larry Carter. What'd you think of that bat?
That's a good bat. Yeah. It's, I use a different brand, but that there hit probably better coming off.
The barrel is phenomenal on it. How about the rest of you guys? Any comments on Larry Carter?
I'd buy one.
What would you like about it? Just the feel overall on the bat, or?
Not just the feel, but the sound of it. You could tell the bat was really compressing that ball and going.
Sounds like a shotgun coming off, doesn't it?
It does.